Okay. Good evening, everybody. I'd like to call to order the Town of McCandless meeting of Town Council for August 14th, 2023. If all of you could join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. A few announcements. Our community day will take place this year, Saturday, September 9th, kicking off at 4 p.m. Of course, there's a lot of activities going on, including fireworks. You can look at our website for more details. We have a lecture coming up on August 17th about the Nike missile site, and followed by a hike afterwards. The McCandless Franklin Park Ambulance Authority, our subscription campaign is beginning. The MFPAA offers a money-saving subscription program to all residents of the community. Residents who support the authority by becoming a subscriber save money on balances left unpaid by insurance companies in the event the resident experiences an emergency and needs to use the ambulance. The MFPAA relies on subscription funds to fund the operation of the ambulance service, and you can go to their website at mfpaa.org to find out more. The town had planned a learn to play pickleball event on August 14th. These filled very quickly. 2 more sessions were added. Again, follow us on our social media accounts and our website to see when the new learn to play pickleball events are. Some thanks in order. We would like to thank our state senator Lindsey Williams and our state rep Arvin Venkat for their assistance with the town application and an award of a Green Light Go grant through PennDOT. These grants are provided as reimbursement to municipalities for updates to improve the efficiency and operation of our existing traffic signals. The town received a significant amount of money, and it's laid out there. And you can see which ones, which intersections we have. We'd like to thank our state senator and our state rep again for that this money that will be used well. And then last but not least, we had a Perry Highway kickoff and inaugural ribbon cutting on August 8th with Senator Williams. You could check Senator Williams' website and our social media accounts if you want to hear more about that or see some pictures and video. And last, there will be no town council meeting on September 11th, since that is so close to our community day. We will not have a meeting on September 11th, so please note that. So that's it with comments and announcements here. Is there anybody from council that would like to make an announcement or have anything to add? Nope. Seeing none. Okay. Is there any public comment from those gathered here on agenda items? A lot of you guys have been here before. Come on up, name and address. You know, 5 minutes.
Joe Wall with the FDPC. I just wanted to make an addition to the announcements. There is a drive-in movie at the Heritage Center this weekend.
Nice.
It's the Super Mario Brothers, and it will be Saturday at roughly 8:30 or dusk, whichever comes first.
Thank you, Mr. Wall. Is there any you go, Paul?
Paul Heckman, 10529 Abbey Lane. Regarding the pickleball, we were part of the group this morning for the Learn to Play Pickleball group, and we just like to say that was fantastic. Looking forward to the trainers offering to come back and offer additional training to people that started. So judging from all the signups, and I know some friends wanted to get signed up and couldn't, and with the additional things being going, as with the court usage, I think this will be well received by many residents in the town to be able to do, as long as once they learn they can get on the courts. But thank you for sponsoring that. It was great.
You're the team to beat now, huh, Paul?
Maybe 30 years ago.
Okay. Any other public comment from those gathered here? No. Very good. Moving on, the meeting minutes from the July 24th meeting were in everyone's packet. Are there any revisions to those?
I have three.
Okay.
Marianne wasn't here, so I gave her a report. And under old business, Jason had added section about adverse possession. It isn't in this document. I would like that added. And third, it shows me as approving the subdivision, and I could hardly stand that thought. That was actually approved by Chris.
Motion.
Maybe the
Yeah.
second again.
I'll make a motion to approve town council meeting minutes of July 24th, 2023 as amended today.
Second,
Second, Mary Ann. Is that proper?
Mhm.
Okay,
Yes.
everyone in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Oh, okay. Meeting minutes are approved. Okay, reports at committees. Dr. Rapa, could you take us through the public safety committee?
Yes, thank you. We'll start with the chief's report. Chief, do you want to come up? Talk maybe a little bit about our new K9, and
Absolutely.
by the way, I want to make kudos for first night or national night out.
Thank you
Very
for-
good.
Thanks for coming, Doc.
Very good.
Appreciate that. Appreciate the support. I think it was a successful event last
Very
Thursday.
nice.
Well attended, everything. I think 3 years in a row now. Just keeps getting bigger and better.
I especially liked our little guy.
Yeah, right. So yes, National Night, I think was a success, and thanks for the support, everybody who came and everything. Right in my report there, I think July 30th, Officer Davis and his canine partner, Sir Ali, I think is how you say it. They made an appearance at National Night Out, in fact. So they're on the street now in service to the community and surrounding communities as well. As you can see, this month, July, there was a lot of training, and I'll just touch on the first paragraph unless anyone has any questions. I would really just extend a thank you to North Allegheny School District because they provided a venue for our North Hills SRT team and the McCandless Police to host 6 days of training, and by all accounts, it was a success. Trained. It was there a whole bunch of surrounding police officers in building clearing and active shooter training. Unfortunately, it's the reality we live in these days. So thanks to the school district for providing Carson Middle School for that. Bunch of other training. Any questions from anybody for me? Like I said, Officer Davis and Sorali are out there. Sorry.
I know it's probably an ongoing investigation. Can you share anything about whatever you want to cover, the house intrusion off of Grubbs Road?
So the little bit, we really don't know much more than we did yet Friday. We would like to identify the individual that you might have seen on the news or on our Facebook page. Without getting too much into the woods, I'll say this, Mr. Tarl, there are no charges pending at this time. We would like to identify this gentleman to try to sort out what his intentions were, what brought him to that neighborhood. Probably not much more I should say about it at this point, but we do not know the individual yet, and we sure would like to identify him. So we can go a little further and try to sort out what he was up to.
Thank
you. Sir.
Are there plans to get Surly a vest?
I'll circle back. I know that Officer Davis was in contact with a couple different places, and Ms. Greathouse is shaking her head. She may jump into anything that you know that.
The intention is to get him best as soon as possible.
Yeah,
We have the funds available. It was budgeted, etc. So we're just trying to source it at this point.
Yep.
And just to mention that we do intend to swear in the new canine at Community Day,
awesome.
just to promote some of that as well.
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
Nice. So raise her right, Paul.
So there you go. Absolutely. He needs it. It's in process. I'm sure Officer Davis is trying to source it, like Tricia said. I think the last one that we got for Joy, there was a neighborhood over in the villas or something that pitched in and bought it for the
Nice.
town. So maybe something like that's in the works, but I know there are companies out there that are looking to donate as well. And I'm sure Sean is probably looking for that as we speak.
Thank you.
Thank
Anything
you.
else, folks?
Okay.
Okay. Thanks,
Thank you.
folks.
Sir Davis for stepping up.
Absolutely.
Okay, our fire marshal's report for the month. I know you want to talk about our Peebles and Highland Fire Department's new trucks.
Oh, I think they do a good job of speaking for themselves. Good evening, everybody. I have my report. I don't have anything to add to the report, but I do want to comment on. I'm sure unless you've lived under a rock, you guys knew about the accident call we had up at Longhorn Steakhouse last month that occurred back on July 18th. So just so you guys are aware kind of what happened, we had a driver that lost control of the vehicle and plowed straight into the vestibule or entryway of the Longhorn Steakhouse. And it just turns out that a young lady who worked there was cleaning the windows. Matter of fact, she wasn't even supposed to be there. She got called in because somebody called off. So moral of the story is do not go in unless you have to work. But so anyways, so when it happened, we were dispatched at 104. And the first arriving piece was 6 minutes later. The first arriving rescue was 2 minutes after that. And then within 10 minutes, the patient that was under the vehicle was extricated. And then the driver was extricated 5 minutes later. So it was a culmination of everybody from the police officers arrived first. There was about 4 of them. They immediately went to work, started removing debris off the vehicle. EMS arrived shortly after that. They started assessing the patients, to see how critical they were. Fortunately, they weren't critical. Then the rescue or firefighters went to work, extricating again, the young lady under the car, and then the driver out of the vehicle. We had mutual aid coming in to help to stabilize the roof area to the entryway. I mean, all in all, it was a team effort. And from what I understand, both patients are doing much better. So it was a very successful rescue. So I just wanted to kind of give you guys a brief synopsis of that. So any questions?
I'd just like to acknowledge our firemen back there for Peoples. Thank you for bringing the truck. We appreciate that. You're staying there.
Maybe we'll get Highland when they get theirs.
Okay,
Please thank everybody who was involved in that rescue for sure.
yes.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
it was amazing.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Building permit report, it's in your packet. I don't think there's anything out of the ordinary there. Code enforcement, I didn't see it in the packet.
Get that.
Okay. All right, liaison reports, personnel. Mrs. Swigert.
The meeting notes are in your packet. If you have any questions, let me know. Our next meeting is on the 22nd of August.
Okay, volunteer firefighters steering committee, Mrs. Eisenreich.
We did not have a meeting during this time.
Okay.
But congrats again to these firefighters. They can't stop smiling back there.
Okay, any public comments on public safety? Yeah. That concludes our report.
Mr. Singer, we'll take the facilities management.
Sure. First item under facilities management is staff report for public works. Mr. Schumann is here this evening. The report is in your packet, but if you have any evidence.
You can't pronounce my name.
I'll get it.
Hi.
Jeff.
Losing my voice, I think, so I apologize. I wanted to stand up here and tell you today that the street program for the paving was complete, but it is not. Turns out that Nixon and Birch were taken off due to utility work, and they had finished today. So those 2 streets are going to be put back on, along with the CCAC parking lot, which we done some storm work there in the past. Before we do anything though, we're going to do our measurement now for the paving program to make sure we're on budget. If we are on budget and everything is as planned, we'll probably end up doing Wall Park this year too, the parking lot. I want to make sure that we're on budget before we do that. The Lorraine Rogers Playground family area over there will be done hopefully by the end of the month. The only thing we're really waiting for is the shade system over the sandbox, so. Talked to a few people that they're excited for that to open for the kids, so. Traffic camera systems for McKnight and Duncan and McKnight in Pine Creek started last week pulling cables. We're hoping to have those systems up and running within the next week or two. There will be 4 plate readers at each intersection and 4 high definition cameras. That would be what we're calling phase 1 of 11 intersections.
Jeff, does that tie into Allegheny County too?
But it'll tie into that and the state. Yeah. Using Plate Smart. Today, along with a bunch of budgets, I finished the spec for all the camera systems for the park in this entire building. I'm hoping to have that out for bid by Friday. The other thing is, I did want to, and I only felt that it was right to put a shout out. We did get a $1.6 million grant. I do want to put a shout out to my staff, my traffic team. They had a big hand in it, and Kyle from Gateway was also instrumental in that and the Arley grant that we got. But my traffic folks, I can't say enough about them. And then the last thing is we cut roughly in July a little, I said a little over, we got rained out, but we cut 11 ponds for July. So we're up to about 35 ponds. So, and I believe that's it. Anybody have any questions? And Mr. Taro, the HVAC is supposed to go out to bid on the 2nd of September. So I met with him today.
Very good.
That's been a process.
Thank you for the update.
Sure.
Please
Thanks.
extend our thanks to Eric Jansen and Cody Montfort for your traffic commission.
Thank you.
Moving on to liaison reports, Environmental Advisory Committee, Mr. Case.
Our most recent report is in your packet. Any question? I'll turn it over to.
Move on to Ad hoc Technology Committee, Dr. Rafa.
Yes, we had a really productive meeting, I think. As an ad hoc, we are an ad hoc now. A lot of things are starting to come to fruition. I know that the finance package has been rolled out and that they're utilizing it. We're still looking at some software. We haven't actually pinpointed that. We're down to what, 3 bids?
The big thing we're doing right now is the IT services, and we've narrowed that down, and we'll have that awarded sometime in September.
Great. And I know we roll out our website tomorrow.
It was rolled out last week.
Very good. Very good. I think what else? Is there anything else I should have mentioned? Okay, that would be about all.
No. Yes.
We should be noted that we had a lot of good feedback on, we like kind of had people come in and look at the website and gave us feedback on what was good, what was bad, things we needed to fix. So we had a lot of community input on that. So we thank the folks that volunteered to work on that.
Okay, any other questions for the ad hoc? None pending. Moving on to stormwater, there was no meeting, but we will have one coming up soon. And at this time, I will open to public comment on facilities management.
I make a comment.
Yes, please.
I just wanted to again give Jeff a kudo on Brooks Road paving. That was the least disruptive paving job I've ever seen.
Thank you.
Before you blinked, it was done. I mean, it was so well done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Pending no other public comments, I'll yield to President Tarl.
Ms. Clunin is not here this evening, so I'll go through her services committee reports, liaisons. Mr. Casey, anything from the sanitary authority?
Everything in your packet. If you have any questions, please ask.
Mr. Singer, ambulance.
Ambulance Authority, I was able to attend the last meeting. They're working through some preliminary budget numbers to get over to us. Among some other housekeeping items, the reports are in your packet. And I'll be attending this month's meeting as well tomorrow, so I'll have more to report after that.
Then Northern Public
Keep rolling.
Library, keep rolling. Mr.
So
Singer,
the
you're doing well.
library, same, they're similar organizations, working through preliminary budgets to present back to council. Some upcoming events, they have a children's gala coming up. Miss Callahan, do you know that date?
Well, I'll be up there.
I'm actually willing to turn it over to you if you have anything you'd like to say.
I'm waiting for the public comment.
Okay, that's fine. We'll hold off for that. There are some upcoming events. They are in the packet. I don't have them right in front of me, but some wonderful things happen in the library. Any questions for myself? We're gonna hear here shortly. At this time, then I ask for public comment on the services committee. I'm sorry, I don't.
Irene Caliendo, 411 Haw. I have the privilege of being one of the McCandless representatives on the authority board for the Northland Public Library. So I thought I would augment the report with a few pieces of information. Callie Moten is a director of library services, and she recently put together a lot of statistics that says that the library is back. And so I just wanted to take note of that publicly, that comparing the first 6 months of 22 to the first 6 months of 23, we've had a 28% increase in the number of library cards issued, a 10% increase in the number of reference questions answered. I'll take your questions separately. 21% increase in computer usage, which is a great thing, and a 20% increase in door counts. So people who have come to use the library services. The preschool programming attendance is up 68%. There's been a significant increase in school visits between 22 first 6 months and 23 for obvious reasons, but they're back. And the teen program attendance, and I think this is a really wonderful statistic. The attendance is up 60% from the first 6 months of last year. So as Jason was starting to say, September is Love Your Library Month. We have a lot of great activities planned. Many of them are food oriented. So that's always a good thing. Take a look at our website. They've got food trucks. You pre-order, you can get a family dinner, a couple of nights that month and help the library. We are eligible, as are all the libraries in Allegheny County, for matching funds up to, I think it's $40,000 for any funds we raise in September. We have a children's gala on the 30th. We have a mystery in the Stacks, I believe it's called, which is on September 9th, which is unfortunately Community Day, but it's sold out. So there's a lot going on. We're proud of it. I hope everybody takes advantage, and thanks for your continued support.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other public comments on services? Seeing none. We'll go to old business. This motion, I guess, Tricia, this is really just to formalize the stop signs.
Correct.
So.
If you have 30 questions, we all have on it.
Pretty self-explanatory, and Gateway did the heavy lift by doing the traffic.
The long one, who wants to take it?
Sure, why not?
Why not, Mr. Singer?
Motion to adopt tentatively identified ordinance number 1541, an ordinance amending part 5 of the town code of ordinances, traffic code, to designate new stop intersections and to authorize the placement of a new stop sign on Pin Oak Drive eastbound at the intersection with Thompson Run Road. To authorize the placement of a new stop sign on Heather Heights Drive northwest bound at the intersection with Coomer Road. To authorize the placement of a new stop sign on Oak Ridge Drive southwest bound at the intersection with Pine Creek Road. And to authorize the placement of a new stop sign on Gas Road eastbound at the intersection with Coomer Road.
Second, Mr. Casey. Thank you, Mr. Singer, for
Oh.
You can take a breath.
Everyone in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, motion carries. And then new business. Tricia, this is really just saying that it's okay to submit grants for these 3 years.
Yes, this is just an administrative item to foretell any possible future application.
Any questions? Okay, would someone like to make a motion besides Jason?
I'll do it. Motion to adopt tentatively identified resolution number 10 of the 2023 series, giving notice to be included in the Allegheny County Community Development Block Grant and Home Investment Partnerships Program for 3 program years, 2024, 2025, and 2026.
Second.
Second.
Okay, second, Carolyn. Everyone in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, motion carries. And then wrapping things up, is there any general public comments from those that are gathered with us this evening? You know the drill, Mr. Wall.
Yes, Joe Wall, FDPC, our vice chair. Wanted to thank council. And I wanted to thank everybody that had a hand in us getting the new sign at the Heritage and Cultural Center. As you've noticed, they put it in. I'd like to mention a few people, CW Electric, who actually put in the electric for the sign. They also donated lighting, permanent lighting for around the structure. Not just the sign, but the Heritage and Cultural Center itself. So, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Wall. Are there any other general public comments here? Okay. Seeing none. Meeting adjourned.
Thanks, Trish.